Knowing the distinction was something that Kelly Ripa had always taken great pride in. Over the course of her life, she had learned how alterations of both types. The slow but steady eroding of privacy in the face of constant public scrutiny. The lightning-fast wit required by live television. However, on the day that Mark was admitted to the hospital, a force greater than her two instincts, something more primal, more honest, rose within her and transformed everything. The process started with the dreaded but likely accidental phone call. As quickly as she had been mentally practicing a scene, she found herself on a highway, a terrifying siren wailing in her breast. A delivery vehicle lost control on a slippery piece of highway when Mark was heading back from a charity event. Images of brake lights flashing, metal groaning, and then nothingness. That's the kind of accident that can happen. As the ambulance door closed and Mark's phone continued to function, his most recent message was 10 minutes late. The world was pressing in on Kelly. It was a lucky break for him. The triumph was fragile, but he made it through the operations. Breaks that ran the length of his spine and ribs like a shattered grammar. A brain exam that indicated days of surveillance before anybody would describe the prognosis as anything other than guarded, and a lung that had fought and eventually succumbed to a persistent infection. In the intensive care unit, Mark lay like a performer whose role required prolonged stillness. He was a man of gestures whose voice had been replaced by machinery and cautious beeps. Kelly diligently monitored the mechanical inhales and exhales made by the ventilator as she sat by his side, keeping track of the time. The family settled into a routine of scheduled visits and shift changes. Like vows, the children, unseasoned but determined, switched shifts in the hospital. Practical and intimate offers came in the form of phone calls from friends. Things include food, laundry, and a phone holder so a parent may make a business conference call. Kelly expertly oversaw the logistics, as if she had a lifetime of experience juggling multiple tasks simultaneously. The item that once shocked her is no longer shocking her after she acknowledged to herself that it was the manner in which the hospital had transformed into a magnet, creating a new center for their existence. House was, there is no home without Mark. It was not her place to live in the studio as she liked. She was the type of woman who could keep her life organized. Kelly, the energetic public figure, could confetti drop jokes during commercial breaks. Kelly, the private, who delicately battled with Mark on how to arrange Tupperware lids and plan birthday surprise details. During Mark's initial hospital stay, those divisions were less distinct. She became familiar with the morning show's rhythms and the faces of intensive care unit nurses at the same time. She had no trouble memorization, script cues, or the names of surgeons. It appeared that continuity had weight, and the public required the program to continue, so she reasoned that she could achieve both. Still, each morning, long before the light from the camera warmed her cheek, a new wave of pain swept over her, a tiny, intense sadness that flipped the perspective of the world. She would mentally practice lines before letting them die, as her true calling was not as a host, but as a wife by a hospital bedside. Mark, still in that haze of drowsiness, would stare at her with a confused, perplexed expression. She had no idea how to navigate a world that insisted on its rhythms after hers had ceased, and he had no idea how he had landed there. Producers initially tried to delicately work around her life, and the network quickly realized that ratings were a machine that needed an operator. First, they considered a reduced schedule, and then they considered making appearances remotely. Their compassion was sincere, up to a certain extent. They were still human. However, they were also beholden to sponsors who preferred that news anchors wear news attire and a schedule. In an effort to convince viewers that things were looking up, Kelly attempted remote parts, such as an upbeat section in which she held her phone while sitting on a hospital couch and a taped interview in which she laughed. Notifications from her agency included charitable commitments, brand responsibilities, and contracts with terms the size of a little Nola. Money, responsibility, and the perception that she was dedicated to her family and her audience were all there. Whenever she toned down a criticism or amplified a joke, a familiar, subtler truth would urge her. She had always given her all to every performance, and it was the secret to her success. But could she really live in two realms simultaneously? Like an old bruise, the question refused to budge. A private pedestrian joy, a room with a bigger window, and a bed that didn't smell like antiseptic like a church pew were all part of Mark's private recovery wing when he eventually stabilized enough to be transferred from the intensive care unit. However, stabilization, in a deeply emotional and personal decision, Kelly Ripa, the beloved co-host of Live with Kelly and Mark, has made the heart-wrenching choice to step away from her career to be by her husband Mark Consuelos' side during a serious health crisis. Fans of the couple, who have followed their journey for years, have been shocked and moved by Kelly's decision to prioritize her family over her high-profile career. For years, Kelly and Mark have been a staple of morning television, captivating audiences with their chemistry, humor, and unwavering support for one another. As one of the most admired couples in the entertainment industry, their personal lives have been the subject of public interest, with their fans frequently showering them with love and admiration. However, the latest twist in their story has shown a side of Kelly and Mark that viewers rarely see: the vulnerability and strength required to face a health crisis together. A heartbreaking health crisis. The decision for Kelly to step away from her job comes in the wake of Mark's sudden and serious health scare. While details surrounding his condition remain private, it has been confirmed that the actor and Live with Kelly and Mark co-host has been faced with a challenging medical diagnosis that has prompted him to seek urgent care. In the emotional moments following the announcement, it became clear that Mark's health had taken a turn for the worse, and the couple had to navigate the difficult reality of uncertainty and fear. For Kelly, the decision to quit her job was not an easy one. As a successful and passionate television personality, her role on Live with Kelly and Mark has been a defining part of her career for years. Alongside her co-host, she has built a loyal following and become a central figure in morning television. However, when it came to choosing between her career and her family, there was no hesitation. Kelly, in a tearful statement, explained that her priority was clear: to be with Mark during this trying time. "I've spent my life in front of the camera, sharing my life with all of you, and I've always believed in the importance of family. Right now, my heart and soul are with my husband, and I need to be by his side as he faces this health crisis. Family comes first, always," Kelly said, her voice cracking with emotion. A devastating yet strengthening decision. Kelly's decision to put her career on hold has sent waves of support and admiration from fans, fellow celebrities, and colleagues alike. While the public is used to seeing Kelly as a confident and lively personality on television, her recent actions have highlighted the depth of her love for Mark and her unwavering commitment to her family. For many, this decision has shown an entirely new side of Kelly, a side that prioritizes love and devotion over the spotlight. Mark, who has often been seen supporting Kelly both on screen and off, has been overwhelmed by the outpouring of love and support from Kelly's fans. In his own statement, Mark expressed deep gratitude for Kelly's sacrifice and unwavering dedication to him. "Kelly is my rock, and her strength is what keeps me going. I am beyond grateful for her love, and her decision to be by my side through this is everything," he said. While Kelly is stepping away from her role on Live with Kelly and Mark, the show is expected to continue with a series of guest hosts filling in temporarily. Kelly has made it clear that she fully supports the show's continued success, but that her focus right now is entirely on Mark's health and well-being. She expressed how thankful she is to have a supportive team behind her, allowing her to take this necessary break without the pressure of balancing work and family. A family-first mentality. Throughout their marriage, Kelly and Mark have often spoken about their close-knit family, their shared values, and their deep respect for one another. Their relationship has always been one of mutual support, and now, as they face this difficult time together, that bond is stronger than ever. Their 3 children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, are also at the forefront of their priorities. Kelly and Mark have always been dedicated to providing a loving and supportive home environment, and this decision only reinforces that commitment. Kelly's role as a mother and wife has always been one she holds dear, and now, with Mark's health on the line, she is stepping into that role with all the love and strength she can muster. For Kelly, this is not just about supporting her husband, it's about being present for her children as well. She has expressed how important it is for her to show them the power of family, sacrifice, and devotion. Fans rally behind Kelly and Mark. Since the news of Kelly's decision to leave live with Kelly and Mark temporarily, fans have flooded social media with messages of support. The outpouring of love has been overwhelming, with fans sharing their thoughts and prayers for Mark's health and for Kelly's strength during this difficult period. Many fans have expressed how much they admire Kelly's decision to put her family first, emphasizing the importance of balance between personal life and career. I've been a fan of Kelly and Mark for years, and seeing her make this choice just makes me love her even more. Family always comes first, and she's showing us all what true love and commitment look like. One fan commented on social media. Another shared, praying for Mark and Kelly during this difficult time. They're such a beautiful family, and I'm sure their love will carry them through this. Moving forward, as Kelly and Mark face this challenging time together, the world is watching and supporting them every step of the way. Kelly's decision to prioritize her husband and family over her career has made a powerful statement about the importance of love, sacrifice, and family. For Kelly, this is more than just a job. It's about being present for the people who matter most in her life. As Mark continues to navigate his health challenges, Kelly's strength and dedication to him will no doubt provide him with the emotional support he needs. The journey ahead is uncertain, but one thing is clear. Kelly and Mark's love for each other is unwavering, and together, they will face whatever challenges come their way. For now, fans are sending their love and positive thoughts to both Kelly and Mark, hoping for a swift recovery and for strength as they navigate this emotional journey together.